Live from Town Square Towers at the heart of the Jersey Shore. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Get up, get out, do something. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin here on February 9th. 34 degrees, getting up to 37 at 6:35 a.m., 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio, WOBMAM.com, and streaming live there and on the Radio Pup app. We welcome Tony Petito from the Arts and Education Center. Tony, good morning. How are you?
Great, and great to be with you, Jeremy.
Oh, it's good to have you here. So, Tony, talk to me first, because I'm going to venture to say that 99.8% of the folks that are listening right now don't know what the Arts and Education Center does. So can you give me kind of a quick overview of what your organization is all about?
Sure. We actually provide training in the arts. And when we say the arts, we're talking about all of the performing arts, the visual arts, plus creative writing. And the advanced classes are for gifted and talented children in public school districts throughout New Jersey. We actually offer a program to high school and middle school kids in which they're let out of their regular classes one day a week to come to our classes where they're taught by professionals in each of the art forms. And the program runs for 12 to 14 weeks, depending on whether you're middle school or high school. And we are currently in Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties.
Great. And so Middlesex, Monmouth, and Ocean counties. And so how many kids do you have that are involved in these programs throughout those counties?
We have about 600 kids all told who take the weekly classes. And the kids in the high school level can actually get college credit for it. But it's an opportunity for a kid. It's the kind of program I wish I had when I was in school, because it really takes somebody who has a deep interest and passion in one of the arts and allows them to then meet people in the field who are actually teaching that art form, practicing that art form. For instance, in our Broadway vocal music classes, it's taught by a guy who was actually the lead in Les Mis on Broadway. So it's a great opportunity for students to really meet professionals working in the field and give them an idea of what it might be like to have a career in the arts.
That's pretty awesome. So Tony, the question that comes to mind right away is, what qualifies you to run this kind of an organization? What brought you to the Arts and Education Center?
Well, actually, my background is in the theater, and I have an MFA in directing from the Grunin School in Chicago. And I was the past artistic director of the Singapore Repertory Theater in Singapore. So I really spent the best part of my life, the better part of my life, working in the arts myself. And I wanted to come back. I was living overseas in Singapore, and I wanted to come back to the States and actually get involved in education. So this opportunity came up just at the right time for me. So I'm able to keep my fingers in the arts and at the same time work with all the different artists in the different fields and still be involved in education.
And you can still go back to Singapore anytime you want to feel really good about, what a baller you are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool. You're probably taller there too.
Yeah, I am. I'm fit and tall and very handsome over there.
Oh, that's fair.
Pictures next time.
Well, Tony, I think you're handsome over here too. Oh, wait, that was awkward. Hold on. So Tony, how does an organization like yours get involved in the Teen Arts Festival? And because I understand obviously how there's a tie-in, but how did you guys start to kind of take up the gauntlet here?
This is actually a 40-year history with us. We were actually involved 40 years ago when the initial Teen Arts was starting up around the state. And a lot of people don't know what the Teen Arts is. It's been going on for 40 years. It allows teenagers, children from 13 up through 19, to come together in one place to show their work and also to receive feedback from professionals working in the field. And this is really the result of county-level festivals. I think right now we have around 13 counties that are participating. They hold a local county festival in which the students from all the schools come. They'll perform their work. They'll play their instruments. We have vocal music. They show their videos, and they receive critique from working professionals. The very best of the county are recommended to go to the state level. So we're going to have students coming from all over New Jersey who have been gone through their county-level Teen Arts Festival and have been recommended because of the caliber of their work to come together in one place at the New Jersey State Teen Arts Festival. And it's going to be held 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in June. And we're very excited this year about the festival. We picked it up again after it had started to go on the state level. It has been not been done for the last 5 years. So we're very excited, and so are the students, that we brought it back, and we're looking forward to it.
So it hadn't happened for 5 years. Can you tell us what?
5 years.
Yeah. So what was the?
It's just how to fund it, which is it's always a problem for a not-for-profit. As you know, we're always looking for funding, and we were very lucky this year to get a wonderful donation from a very wonderful foundation, the Jay and Linda Garden Foundation. So because of that, because of the Grunin Foundation, we were able to bring back the New Jersey State Teen Arts Festival.
All right. Well, that's a great job by the Jay and Linda Grunin Foundation. I'm going to write a note that I should get somebody on from that foundation if I can in the not too distant future.
That's a good idea.
So listen. So can you tell everyone real quick? At the height of the Teen Arts Festival, how many kids are we talking about that were part?
12,000. We had about 12,000 kids used to come every year to the festival, and they would be bussed in from all over the state. And at one time, it was actually funded by the New Jersey State Legislature. So that they kept it going for many, many years. But once that funding stopped, it's when the state festival fell on hard times.
Wow.
And we expect this year to have 4,000 to 5,000 students coming during the 3 days of the festival on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And we're going to be down in Ocean County College in Toms River.
That's great. That's great. So we are just about to head into a break, and then we're going to have you back for another 10 minutes or so. But what I want to ask you on the other side is, I would like for you to give us kind of a feel-good or success story of a child that you guys worked with at the Arts and Education Center that you've seen kind of really flourish and really kind of get to the next level, overall in their development. Because I think we all like to feel good about those success stories. I'd also like to know, if you had your magic wand and you could change or positively impact one thing in your sector, what you would do to kind of improve the arts in schools, et cetera, et cetera. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
All right, awesome. So we will be back with Tony Petito from the Arts and Education Center right after this.
Stay tuned for Preferred Company with Joel Markell and Marianne Levy at 8. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin continues next. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Connect with Jeremy, 732-505-1160. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160, 1310, and WOBMAM.com.
Welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, February 9th, 6:48, 34 degrees, getting up to 37. Look for a wintry mix today. I like saying wintry mix. That's a lot of fun. 1160 and 1310, News Talk Radio, WOBM AM. We are streaming live on the Radio Pop app and at WOBMAM.com. We are joined on the line, Tony Petito, Arts and Education Center, star of Singapore. How you doing, Tony? Welcome back.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, so when we left, I was asking you for a feel-good success story. So what do you got?
Well, I'm going to, excuse me, I'm trying to start with one student, but this can apply to several students. What happens with students who are gifted and talented in the arts, they sometimes don't know they're gifted and talented. I mean, they have no way of knowing unless somebody tells them they're gifted and talented. And this is especially true sometimes in their schools. And this one student, who was a sophomore, really passionate about writing poetry. Now, in his regular high school, he didn't go around telling people he liked to write poetry, and he didn't know if anybody else was interested in writing poetry. And what happens is our kids like this, they get lost. They don't know who they are. They know they're different. They don't know quite how they're different, though, and so they become isolated. And what our program does is take a student like that, which we did. He entered our program when he was a sophomore. He came to our classes. He met other students from around the state or from around the county, 15 other writing students who were also as passionate as he was about poetry. And it was an eye-opener for him. It really turned him around. It was transformational in his life. He really was going from being an almost failed academically student to a really good performer, and went on 3 years there through our program. He's now gone to college, but he is majoring in writing, and this because he had the opportunity to come to meet other writers in the field who were making a living at writing, and it changed his life. And this is the same story whether you're in the theater or if you're a musician or if you're a singer or if you do visual arts, if you like to take photography. Same kind of story. This is what we do for our students.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point, Tony, because I think we in our schools, I think we do a great job of giving kids opportunities to excel athletically. Right? I think if you're great at baseball, then you're going to have a chance to play baseball. Right? Exactly. If you're good at football, if you're good at hockey, if you're good at basketball, whatever it may be, no problem finding that outlet in our schools. That being said, if you're great at writing, if you're great at music, if you're a fantastic artist, painter, sculptor, whatever it may be, there are so few outlets for you to use that creativity at a higher level, for you to learn how to harness it, how to improve it, how to excel at it. And so what your program offers is those kids the ability to go somewhere and really kind of work on their craft and improve their self-worth, their self-esteem, and meet other like-minded kids who will improve their quality of life.
Right. It really gives them a chance also to measure themselves against other students. It's sort of, in our theater class we have many, many stars of their local productions. Well, they come together and there's 15 stars in their room, and they're able to see the talents of other students, and they learn from one another. Right. They're very supportive of one another also, because they all know they have this common experience of having this passion, and they just love the opportunity to come and share it with other people in the program and other students in the program. I do want to say, if anyone's interested in our program, artshigh.net is our website, and all the information about our programs and what the courses are, it's all listed there on our website.
Yeah. So, Tony, are these courses, are they marketed at all throughout our schools?
They are.
Okay.
We actually start in September and go to the different school districts. We do presentations in the schools, and we recruit the students to participate in the program. And programs run from January, February through May. And at the end of May, we have a little festival where, students and parents and teachers come in to see what the students have been doing during their time at Arts High or Arts Middle School.
That's awesome. And I'll tell you, I was lucky enough to be invited by Tony to visit one of the schools where they were doing this after school program, and it was, it was like right out of like an American Idol behind the scenes kind of thing. Right. I mean, you go from room to room and see kids in different disciplines just like honing their craft with a bunch of other kids who are just like at the Jedi level with these particular skill sets. And it was really, really fantastic. And frankly, it's what made me and my family want to support the heck out of the Teen Arts Festival and bring it back in a big way for not only Monmouth and Ocean County, but for the state. So that's awesome, Tony.
It is, and that's really, there's nothing more exciting and about my job than walking around, just as you're saying, Jeremy, and looking from room to room and seeing the kids doing their work.
Right.
Because they bring that energy and enthusiasm, and it just makes you know why you're doing this.
So Tony, we only have a minute left. So, Tony, if you had your magic wand, right, what would you do? What would you change? What would you impact if you could just snap your fingers and make it so?
Well, I think putting the arts, the arts, there's so many studies now. There's no issue about the evidence that the arts improve a student's education. They make a well-rounded student. It's the arts that create our most creative thinkers. The arts can be used to, sometimes when a student's having trouble with another subject, it's sometimes using the arts gets them to commit themselves to their education and brings them back to take their school more seriously and to try harder in all the other subjects. So study after study has found if your school is focused on the arts, if it's at the center of what your school is doing and you're offering all these opportunities to your students, it will pay off enormously in academic achievement. And that's, I would love to see our schools do more of it, not consider the arts as some kind of an add-on or unimportant, but as an absolutely critical part of every child's education.
Cool. So in 10 seconds or less, where could somebody go to find more about what you do at the Arts and Education Center?
Artshigh.net and www.artshigh.net, and all our information is there. And you can also find information there about the Teen Arts Festival. And, this year, because of your foundation, your family's foundation, we're also offering thousands of dollars in scholarship money. There's a video competition, again, offering thousands of dollars for students who want to enter our video competition. It's going to be a very exciting event, and I hope we get as many New Jersey, again, that opportunity is spread out to as many New Jersey teenagers as we can.
Awesome. Tony Petito, Arts and Education Center, artshigh.net, talking Teen Arts Festival, talking teaching kids how to excel in the arts. Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. When we come back, Richard Fosnacht, he is the principal of Walnut Street Elementary, talking to us about what's going on in his school. Back after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.